Hello and welcome everybody to the 501st and beyond, to the Starbound Legion, our 501st sponsored D&D podcast, where we will be playing 5e D&D in the land of the Veil, a homebrewed story by our very own DM, Shatter. So that's going to be exciting. We're also joined by our players, Amani, Stitches, Hobnob, Smiley, Cardiac, and myself. It's going to be a relatively shortish campaign. We'll see. Don't have really an episode layout planned, but won't be a super long thing. But I don't know. Who knows? It's hopefully going to be really fun. I'm very excited. The episodes are going to average from 2 to 3 hours, and expect them weekly once the first one is out. And I really do hope you guys enjoy. So as part of our little intro, we're going to be introducing one of our players and kind of just ask them a question or two at the beginning of every episode. Smiley, if you could introduce yourself for any of the people in the unit who may not know you.
Oh, God. Yeah, sure. I'm Smiley. Hello. I am, for those that aren't familiar with military structure or anything like that, I'm the NSOC. I am in charge of all the people that are in leadership spots over in the 501st. And, I've been a very recent addition to the D&D community, but I have been really enjoying it. I've been really stepping into it, and I'm really eager to kind of bring a very role play experience, heavy experience to the 501st, and I think it's going to be great. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Hell yeah! You excited for this podcast, for these games?
I honestly haven't. I mean, I haven't stopped thinking about it for the past week, 2 weeks. So this has been really exciting. It's been really exciting to start.
And last little question here, if I could ask, because I love this story, but how did you come up with this idea?
About the podcast starting?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was a really in-depth conversation that lasted a grand total of 5 seconds, and that was kind of how that really came to be. It was me and you were in a channel, and we were like, hey, let's just fucking do it, and we did it, and we started it. So that's pretty much it. And the ball was rolling after that. So yeah, very cool.
Sick, exciting. Well, I'm hyped. I hope you guys all enjoy. I say we get into it. Shatter, please take it away.
Alrighty. To set the scene, in an age now lost, there once existed a land that knew an era of prosperity. Through a dynasty of war and conquest, a great empire grew from the fires of strife, soon encompassing much of the known world. It absorbed the hidden forest of the elves, the deep minds of the dwarves, and all the races in between, forging something greater from all of its smaller parts. When the flames of war had finally burned themselves out, the king chose to lay down his bloody blade, proclaim an end to the fighting. He declared that now the world should know peace, as he had ensured there was no other option. For almost 1,000 years, the world enjoyed abundance. Its fighters turned their sights to more sinister threats, and an age of heroes soon emerged. Innovation and arcane research followed, giving rise to feats of magic never before thought possible. This is not where our story takes place. At the end of the Imperial Golden Age, a sickness began spreading across the land, withering crops and all plant life. As the greatest minds were tasked with solving this crisis, never before seen abominations rose from the deep, following in the wake of the emerging darkness. No end in sight to the relentless assault, a worldwide war for survival began, with the greatest heroes of the age answering the call. Despite their efforts and even the direct intervention of the divine, the darkness proved insurmountable. When the nations of the world realized that they were fighting a losing battle, all efforts were redirected towards the survival of as many as could be saved. The greatest arcanists gathered to lift the cities into the clouds, leaving the dying land behind. The lucky few managed to escape, while the last of the great heroes sacrificed their lives to hold back the tide and buy what time they could. Years passed as research continued among the clouds, but to no avail. Over generations, the surviving cities began to fall as their spells lost power. The already struggling supply chain collapsed, leading to common food shortages and rampant overcrowding. The gap between the rich and the poor grew ever wider as the wealthy hoarded remaining resources. This devouring cycle continued until one by one, the final cities fell. Now, all that remains is the final city, the Imperial capital of Fraith. Fraith, designed for 250,000, now buckles under the weight of millions. Law and order has begun to break down in the shadowed alleys and back streets as nobles retreat to their districts and lock the gates, ruling with an iron fist to control what is left. The poor, faced with no other option, are left with the choice of starvation or scavenging the lands below, using the few remaining functioning teleportation circles. Labeled as seekers, these daredevils and dreamers risk everything in the hope that a cure can still be found. Thousands descend daily, with the few survivors who make it back working together to compile what knowledge they have and grow stronger to venture deeper into the wasteland beyond. A new generation of heroes has begun to rise in this grim fight, with rare individuals making names for themselves by leading the charge and bringing back tales of lost knowledge that has survived through the ages. But with whispers of the magic keeping the city afloat starting to dim, and the city teetering on the brink of complete chaos, will it all be too late? It is here, in the final twilight of a dying world, that our story takes place. It is here that 6 people, still unbroken in a broken world, hope and dream for something better. It is here at the end that something turns its head to listen. You dream of the sensation of falling. It's dark, and you can't see. Panic sets in as the darkness feels unnaturally suffocating, almost as if you're sinking into an endless ocean. You descend ever deeper, and the pressure around you rises. Just when you think your lungs will burst from the strain, a light appears. A single, dim glow in the fathomless sea of darkness. The pressure eases, and you can breathe again. As you start to relax, you feel it. A growing wave of darkness surging from the void, rushing to swallow the last spark of the light. Desperate, you reach out to it, and another hand reaches back to you. You awaken in a cold sweat, breathing heavily. The last vestiges of the fading nightmare begin to slip from your mind. You struggle to remember it, but it eludes you, fading into the recess of your memory. Shaking your head, you stand up, beginning to ready yourself for what may be your final day. Each of you, make your way to the Veil Guild. How each of you came to the Veil Guild is my own player's prerogative. Converging storylines finally merge together. As one by one throughout the early morning, you walk through the door. You look around you. There is a large formation ever coming through the Veil Guild front doors. They're being directed by Veil staff members to different muster rooms, it almost looks like. You're unsure of the exact nature of this, but one by one, you all funnel into what looks like a small meeting room. It is just you alone. Our first player, Cyrus. You were the first one in the room. You look around after the Veil Guild agent shows you in. And you see a basic table lit by a glowing dim lantern lights up the room. He kind of ushers you in and then just kind of says like, hey man, sit tight. The rest of your team will be here shortly. We're struggling with the recent numbers surge. I'm sorry, but just hang tight for a second.
No problem. I'll just sit in the corner.
It's not long that you wait until the second person is also shown into the room. This one a little bit odder than you're used to seeing. Mossback, if you want to describe your character as you walk through the door.
There's a green turtle that shuffles into the door with a small stick. Big for him, but he's about barely 5 foot, probably 4'11". Very old aged, a deeper green with minor scars and possibly even recent fading away bruising, and a tattered clothing, and a lot of mushrooms and moss just kind of growing on his back, on the back of his shell, with brighter yellow eyes. But still a little bit of spring in his step as he walks in.
All right, and Cyrus, what does Mossback see as he walks into the door?
Well, he sees a very tall figure, a little bit more slender, but can't really tell because he's wearing a very large cloak, and you can't really tell what his full head looks like because it's hooded. But plainly see the great sword on his back, and a very not necessarily dark, but maybe more of a mysterious look to him. But you can tell that he is formidable.
Alrighty. You all kind of awkwardly nod to each other and move to like kind of separate sides of the room as Mossback kind of looks at the one of the chairs and, making a tactical decision, decides maybe don't sit in the chair and you go and stand in the corner of the room. The third person to enter, Zeph, would you like to describe your character as you walk through the door?
So as Zeph enters the door, you see kind of a child-looking individual walk in. He's about 18. He kind of wears black clothing. They're kind of torn to a little bit of rags, and he's kind of maybe shy about the situation he's walking into. He's very kept to himself. He's going to kind of walk in, and he's going to find the chair the farthest away from the both of you and kind of like pull the scruff of his collar up to kind of conceal himself back in his chair.
All right. As the definitely not shady individual takes a seat in the corner of the room, Mossback, Cyrus, you guys kind of like make eye contact and like cringe just a little bit.
I understand. I'm very well aware.
The fourth person to walk in the room is a brightly purple colored individual. Yuma, would you like to describe yourself as you walk in?
A tall, hooded, reptilian figure walks through the door with grayed pink scales, not trying to draw attention to themselves and just kind of quietly shuffling into the nearest corner of the room out of the attention of as many people as possible. Just trying to hide and keep a low profile.
Okay. The fifth person to walk into the room, Apalaki, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, so Apalaki walks into the room. A young man in his early 20s. A little bit on the stockier side, but not quite as short as Mossback would be. Walks in, got a couple of swords on his belt. Seems a little comfortable here. Not unused to the type of company that is in this room at this time. not particularly caring for the area in which I reside. I just take the nearest open chair, whether that's next to somebody or not. Give a quick wave to everybody as I quietly plop down.
All right. And the final person to enter the room, Pierre, would you like to describe yourself?
Sure. Not much to describe. Average human man. Average height, average build. Dark eyes, darker hair. Nothing too unique about his clothing or anything. He's got a long sword. Sort of walks in, stands over by the door.
All right. As Pierre is kind of like showed in, you see that same like kind of desk officer that kind of directed all of you kind of pops his head in really quick. He's like, "Hey, just sit tight. Give us like 5-10 minutes. We're trying to round up one of your training officers. Just I don't know, talk to each other." And he like hurriedly closes the doors. You hear like shouting like coming from outside. It seems that the Bell Guild is like very overwhelmed right now.
You'd think with all these people they employ that they could get us through here sooner.
Yeah. I don't know. Seems like they're just struggling for work everywhere.
Well, do we know at least when we get some food around here?
That would be quite nice to know. I would. I'd be looking for some food. That's why I'm here.
Zeph will kind of just take a quick glance and see if there's any like snacks sitting out on the desk.
Sure. Roll an investigation. First roll of the campaign. And it's for food. That checks out.
I have rolled a 24.
Wow, okay. You kind of like scurry around the room, opening up a few cabinets, and I will say you find a half-rotten apple in one of the back of the cupboards.
All right, he'll take it and he'll kind of just shove it in his pocket for later, and he'll sit back in his seat.
As you like sit back in your seat, you see the door swing back open, and before it does, faint, muffled arguing can be heard from outside before it's thrown open by a harried-looking young woman in the Veil Guild uniform. Her short brown hair and wide-frame glasses are just visible behind a small stack of books. Following her is another young woman, tall and draped in a dull gray cloak. Her hood is pulled low, concealing most of her face, though silver hair spills from underneath it. Wrappings the same color as her cloak conceal a longsword at her hip, hiding it from view like its owner. Viv, if you could just get me to see him, that's all I'm asking. I know it's possible. Marius already mapped out most of the lead young woman, Viv, slams the books down, cutting off her companion. I've already asked him, twice actually, and I've got the same answer both times. He knows what you're going to ask. He's been behind that closed door once already, and isn't keen to do it again. She turns to her tall companion with a patient smile and a sigh. I'll keep trying, but maybe we should pick this up later? She pointedly looks at the rest of the party around the room. Unless you want to explain how not to get it torn apart in 10 minutes or less, we're kind of in a rush. Actually, why aren't you the one doing this? The tall figure seems to freeze, as if noticing the others in the room for the first time, before quickly turning and hurrying out the door. Don't mind her. She's just shy around people she doesn't know. Anyways, hi, I'm Vivian. Let's see if we can bump that 1 in 10 survival chance to an 8 today, huh? And she kind of like hands out each of these guidebooks to all of you around the table.
You excuse me.
Yes.
What? 1 in 10?
Hopefully 1 in 8. Like with a fully fake plastered on smile.
1, 2.
Okay. Sure. We get food, right? At the end, if we survive.
Yes, yes, you do get a day's worth of food. Actually, we give it to you before you go down. I mean,
Oh,
added
thank God.
incentive. And you see her like pull out from under her cloak like a bunch of pre-made sandwiches, and like start handing it around the table.
As fast as my slow arms can, I just go to grab one.
Okay.
Zeph will readily take whichever one is next to him.
All right. And you see her kind of like take a deep breath before launching into like this fully, definitely prepared speech. Anyways, welcome to the Veil Guild. There are a couple ranks within the Veil Guild. You guys are going to be known as streamers. This is the name given to all of you who sign on. If you do make it through your first, venture down below, you will take the rank of Spark, and that's when a lot of our facilities will open up to you, and you will get a very firm handshake from me. After that comes Embers and Torches, and then the rare few Name Dreamers, yada yada yada. And you see that she's like rapidly flicking through a book while like also like munching on her own sandwich. All right. Today we're going to have you going, and you'll be going down below. Your main task today is essentially survival, just making sure that you're kind of worth the effort that we're going to put into you in the possible future. Here in about, and she checks like a pocket watch, 8 minutes, we'll be ushering you into the formation center, and you will go down with all the other seekers that are going to go down below today. Any questions?
Zeph will raise his hand like halfway, kind of shyly.
Yes.
Yeah, so how many people are going down with us?
She like opens up like another piece of parchment. We have listed around 3,200 today.
32. He'll just kind of like sink back down into his chair and kind of contemplate the 1 in 10 rate.
All right. You in the heavy, yes, it's the big sword.
Yes. How do we get out?
The teleportation circle is activated every 24 hours. I recommend being there when it is activated, as a multi-day expedition at your... She looks around the table. Cohesion level is not recommended.
So we will be going in together with these youngsters.
We have found that the formation of teams helps survival chance by a 5%, and that is some good numbers in my book.
I'm just gonna, like, my neck's gonna come out of my shell a bit more as I get a bit closer to her and just shakily look her up and down.
That
Okay.
is not unnerving at all.
Slink back in a bit more.
Well, anyways, some good reading while you're down there. I passed out guidebooks to all of you. I highly recommend that all of you read through it. It's going to have some basic features of the Veil, some areas you should avoid, some areas you should look for things, some basic things to hopefully keep you alive. By the way, her like demeanor is like very off-putting, especially those of you that have just come off the streets. A sunny disposition like this is very uncommon in the city. To some of you, it's a breath of fresh air. To others, it's very off-putting.
Does she give off like she's well fed?
Yes. And she checks. Go ahead.
Is there anything that kind of denotes her rank or anything within, or any insignias or anything?
Go ahead and make me a history check for the Veil Guild.
Oh boy.
Does the guidebook contain any information on what we're looking for?
Right after this roll, we'll get to that.
Roll a natural 19, and with -1, that's 18.
That's not bad. The Veil Guild is made up of a wide roster of like staff and people. It almost functions as its own city within a city. Monster hunters venture below, researchers kind of stay topside in their labs and libraries, and traditional like staff, like more house services, operate as like this kind of third faction. The staffers are more or less. There's not really like a rank and structure system. There are, I wouldn't say like team leaders among them, but there are definitely like people higher up, and you can't see like insignia on her, but you get the feeling of like a huge projection of confidence, so you're not positive.
All right.
Yuma's gonna be sitting in the corner and just flicking through the guidebook. Does the guidebook contain any information on what we're looking for? Why we're down there, Delia.
More or less, you guys will be searching for any like older history textbooks, arcane research notes, or anything essentially to do with nightmares or the like that you can find, whether that be direct information or scavenged information from like ruins. Any of that is widely accepted. And like she said before, your first time down, your task more or less is to show that you can survive down there versus like finding something.
Is there any geographic information or perhaps insight into hotspots for enemy activity, that kind of a thing? Any surveying information?
Yes. If you open up I will push this to you guys as well, and the listeners can follow along with the Veil Survival Guide Part 2. There you go. That should have been pushed to everybody. There's a lot of locations that have been mapped by the Veil Guild down below. Some of them are definitely marked as more dangerous than others, and it is usually recommended that first-time dreamers going down stick to more the center portion around the area of the Gray and Stillwood and Deepwell and the like. It seems like the farther away from the main like drop point as you go, the worse the nightmares and the more uncharted territory you're going to encounter.
How much more time before we go?
She checks her pocket watch. Shit, right now. And like she like hurriedly stands up and stuffs the rest of the sandwich in her mouth as she like ushers you guys out the door. Like go, 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 go.
I'm gonna put my sandwich in my shell.
Okay. As you guys are kind of ushered out the door, you see a lot of groups around you, made up of compositions just like inside the room, being hurriedly like shown through hallways and through back rooms by other like guild staffers.
I'm gonna wrap up my sandwich, put it in my backpack, and follow the party.
Okay. You were quickly gathered in a muster hall deeper within the guild here. Yeah, so essentially you're kind of ushered deeper into the guild, like through back hallways, and it's like you're shown in like a really huge stone like muster area, like the size of a small like football stadium. All around the circular room, you observe the nervous trepidation of your fellow seekers as thousands gather near the center. Along the perimeter of the circle, you see a spattering of older and better armored seekers, mostly keeping themselves and their own teams and groups. There's a lighter tone among them, with a few tense smiles and muted laughter around the seasoned veterans. But your fellow dreamers that are gathered more towards the circle in like a loose huddle seem to be a lot more nervous about the coming expedition here.
Like to look around. Is there anyone that would either have the marking of or resemble a member of the family that's going on this expedition?
There's people with all sorts of markings here. You know that people from all different backgrounds are eventually pushed in the Vale Guild as food becomes more and more scarce in the city, with this being the one like sole definitive employment method kind of left to everybody. Essentially, if you show up to the front door and sign the right paperwork, and you have like at least a knife to your name, they're gonna put you in. Your odds, probably not great though. As the final seekers enter the room, you find yourself near the very edge of the formation. Due to your kind of late gathering from your kind of scatterbrained seeker agent. While you're situating yourself and kind of preparing, a familiar figure in gray pushes through the crowd behind you and moves into your group space. She begins speaking without any preamble, refusing to look at you and instead staring up at the fluttering banners hanging from the pillars around the room. When we reach the ground, close ranks quickly. Shift your melee fighters to the front. Focus on the weaker nightmares and work together to bring them down one at a time. Leave the bigger ones for the more powerful seekers. They'll be moving in kill teams. They'll be moving to reinforce weaker areas and hunt the larger targets. When you get a chance, search the ground for the dead and take what you can easily grab, but don't get loaded down. You need to move silently in the Vale. So you kind of grip the pommel of your sword as the stone beneath your feet begins to glow with arcane energy. Only let it fire if absolutely necessary, and if you do, make sure its light isn't visible from far away. Assume that every ruin is the nest of a nightmare creature. Scout it out first before using it for shelter or digging through it. Be cautious of other seekers. The older ones operate with the code of honor, but the new dreamers like yourselves are wild cards. There's no telling what hungry and desperate person may do. The ground starts to tremble slightly as the arcane light grows ever brighter. The first time being teleported can be disorienting. Take a deep breath and hold it until you end up on the other. The cloaked woman abruptly stops as the arcane light suddenly flickers and shifts to an eye-blinding gold.
Where did she shit?
I didn't catch any of that.
Her head snaps to the party, and in the bright light you can finally make out the features beneath the hood. A face both devastatingly beautiful and burned stares at you with wide eyes. You feel yourself yanked sideways as the world blurs around you. You feel as if you were violently smashed through a series of glass windows, scenes flashing in your eyes almost faster than you can process. A small child looks out over the ruins of a city street as the sun disappears from the sky. A figure in glowing red armor stands upon a hill of dead nightmares, cutting down ever more as they climb up to reach him. Massive towers of steel and concrete rise high above a sprawling city, with nightmares scaling them like carpet of moss. Flashes of light from the rooftops struggle to hold back the tide. These and 100 similar scenes flash through your mind. Just as you feel like your brain is about to give out from the strain, you see one final scene. A figure bathed in light, alone in a sea of waiting darkness. The figure looks up, meeting your gaze. You feel a warmth flood your chest. You break through one final pane of glass and crash into the ground. You quickly find yourself tumbling down a sloped hill, ending in a jumble of bodies at the bottom. From the top of the hill, you can hear the sounds of yelling and fierce fighting. Through the swirling fog around you, you hear the sounds of roars as figures stumble into range of your direct vision.
No shit, move! We've got to move!
You kind of take stock of your situation, and you realize that most of your party was like thrown off course, possibly. You're not really sure. That you get the feeling that like bright, blinding gold light was not supposed to happen. You kind of look up a slope of like a kind of muddy and like rock-strewn hill behind you, and you see like flashes of fire from the top of it, but you yourself are kind of separated from the rest of the group here. Your back's to kind of a cliff face in the hill. You see movement in the fog around you. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
We're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
All right, and here's
Low
the learning
portal,
curve.
baby.
Wait, how do I do this? It's just a plain roll in Foundry.
There's a initiative button underneath your character.
Oh,
On
the
first
cog.
page.
I got you. I see. Oh, it did not roll. Hold on, sorry.
Alrighty. We need one more initiative roll from, looks like, Apalaki.
It's not rolling. I don't understand. You know,
Did it show up?
I would
Did you click it and then it should show a pop up?
I see what the problem is. Hold on. My bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at all those low rolls. Oh god.
Yes, jinx it. Yes. Keep speaking.
And
Open your mouth.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Note for
they're
the
so funny.
audio, it was a 2, a 2, a 3. Smiley said that. 16, 16.
Don't worry about it.
17.
Don't worry about it.
As you kind of take stock of the battlefield around you, you see shambling, almost like gray, ash-colored husks of humanoids, like shambling out of the fog at you. When they see you, you hear like a deafening screech as they start charging. It resembles almost like a zombie of some sort, but it's not. Like pieces of the body are like missing where they shouldn't be, held together by like tendons and other such weird amalgamations. Wisps of like darkness flow out from like the holes in the body. This isn't right. This isn't a natural creature. All right, let's see. Top of the round order, we have the first husk. So let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The second husk is the next to go. Looking around right now, you see the sight lines of about 6 shambling out of the fog, but you hear more coming. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're nearing in on you. At least the front 2 are like charging directly into your front line here. Apalaki, you're first up for the party.
Okay. You said we were... Well, I guess we... Have we gotten up since we were kind of thrown out here?
Yeah, you kind of all pick yourselves up from the ground here. And you're taking stock of a very bad combat situation, more than likely.
Okay. So as these... What are they called? Husks come up to us, I kind of just mutter to myself a little. Looks like we're already gonna start with the fight. And I'll equip my swords. And...
All right, you kind of draw like twin blades. The rest of you, you've never seen weaponry like this before, especially in the city. You're used to like rusted daggers and long swords. These look beautiful.
All right. And what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to move back for now and get closer to the party while I assess the situation and heeding the warning of the lady before we got teleported of closing ranks, sticking to that and trying to be as safe as possible right now.
Gotcha. You're making an effort just to take stock of like the combat situation and think with a level head here. Go ahead and make me kind of a wisdom check, like a straight wisdom roll here.
Straight wisdom.
Maybe you can gain some combat insight. You
That's
definitely
a
do.
20. Dirty 20. Alright.
You've been in a few fucking scraps in your time. Your training takes over, and you kind of like scan and gauge the battlefield. You see 6 husks closing in from you from around a 180-degree field, and you see movement of many more in the fog around you. You feel like this current situation might be unattainable.
All right. After making that analysis, I'll go ahead and tell the people around me. All right, we play this smart. We take them out one by one. We can at least get closer to the others.
Alrighty. Zeph, you're next up.
Okay. Kind of realizing the situation, using my intuition here. I kind of like being behind everybody. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, just kind of back behind the line, 15 feet. And then let's do a magic missile.
Okay.
On the husk that's this one. I don't know how to describe that to my southwest.
Go ahead and make an attack roll here.
Stand by. Okay, it just bam. Solid 2 damage.
All right. You see an arcane bolt kind of streak past the party and like punched one of the husks in the arm, tearing a couple of the ligaments and stuff from it, but it seems mostly unaffected.
That's all I'll do.
Yeah, I believe you get multiple bolts with that.
Boop. Boop. 5 additional.
5 additional. Another 2 come streaking past the other side of the party and also impact it, and you see like that entire arm gets ripped off that husk.
That will be it.
These things seem to really not give a fuck and just kind of eat the blows as they keep coming. Alright, next up in the turn order, we have Yuma.
Hi, yeah. Yuma is going to take a step backwards, and underneath her cloak you can see what looks like a torch or some kind of fire source being prepared as a fiery glow starts building up in her hands. What she's actually going to do is ready an action to attack any husk that gets within melee range of one of the party members.
Okay, so you're holding action for any time someone gets attacked.
Yes, and then I'm going to maybe take a step backwards, and then I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Next up in the turn order, we have another husk on your kind of left flank, approaching. It gets really close to Cyrus, and you kind of like prep yourself for an impact here, as it seems to be headlong charging into you without a thought in its head. Next up, Cyrus.
I'm gonna see this one that's approaching, and well, I guess we're doing this now. I agree, and I'll just step into it, and I'll take an attack.
Okay, go ahead.
Fourteen
14 hits.
Yes.
These things do not seem to have a lot of self-preservation instincts here. It seems to be kind of a mindless charge.
That's a 12 damage.
12 damage. You swing your sword and you cut deep into this thing and kind of like impale it on your blade a little bit, like keeping its charge back and off of you as you dig your feet into the ground and kind of slide backward a foot. Your front line holds. How much damage again?
It was 12 damage.
12 damage. All right. Next up, we have a husk on your right flank. He's getting nearer. $30. And seems that he's coming up on Pierre's side of the formation now. He's getting close, but he can't make it all the way in time here. Next up, we have Mossback. I think you're muted, buddy.
I will scurry 5 feet closer at a more rapid pace than you would expect for an older turtle, and then I will, with my staff in hand, raise another hand, and a bit of coldy mist comes out, and I'll mutter some words under my breath and cast frostbite at the one in front of the big sword fellow.
Okay. What's the range on frostbite?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What is the roll on that? Is that going to be a dex save?
It is a
or
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Let's see what we can do here.
It does not beat it by 13.
Yeah, roll damage.
Yes.
How much damage?
2 damage.
2 damage. All right. You see the sword that's currently impaled in its chest. That Cyrus is like using to push it back, kind of like frosts over a little bit as the wound kind of like becomes more brittle.
Should we not snuff out the light?
All
Well,
right.
my turn.
Next up, Pierre.
Alright. Pierre is going to yell to keep the lawn close, and then move over 5 feet. And bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
How do I target?
That.
You click the bullseye in the top left. Should be select targets, and then you select. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is that one, and it's coming for Pierre.
I wasn't.
Or did you have more?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then I was going to hold an action to stab it if it got close.
All right. Well, it's about to. 5, 10, 15, 20. It rolls right up on you, and you're going to be trading blows more than likely. So go ahead and make your attack first.
There it goes.
Ooh.
So
that unfortunately misses. You kind of panic as this thing rushes out of the fog at you, and you swing wide as it moves to take a piece out of your shoulder. Let's see here.
I would also like to add the one that I hit with frostbite now has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll.
Ooh, okay.
That
Make sure you remind me of that.
Will do.
that husk moving to attack Stitches activates my trap card.
How? Come on, come on.
And so I am going to cast Firebolt on the husk attacking stitches.
If only it worked like that. As I figured this out real fast. There we go. You both miss. The husk runs up on you, and as you kind of go wide with it, you unintentionally kind of shove the pommel of your sword in your backstroke, into its mouth, and now you have the back end of your sword supporting it 2 feet from your face. You feel
Good to do that.
All right. Next up
Can I
is
do my
the
fireball?
final. What'd you say?
My ready to action fireball when someone...
Yes.
Yeah. Never mind, we all missing. Everyone missing. Nothing but misses.
The whole encounter with this husk, it's moving erratically, you're moving erratically, everyone's built different. The final one on your kind of center left flank moves in closer. And we go back to the top of the turn order here. As I need to move this one as well closer. Another one comes out of the fog on your right flank. 10, 15.
There's more. There's a lot more.
We got 3 husks on the right flank with 3 husks on the left flank. I can see more in the distance.
At the top of the turn, you see more emerging from the fog. As the one centered up on Pierre, as I mixed up a bit of a turn order here. He already went. So one shoots down the center here and makes an attack against Apolaki.
This is not looking good, fellas.
Yeah,
You guys are getting lucky. 7 to hit.
We got it. We got it. Don't worry.
I do not believe that hits you, does it?
No.
Okay. You also definitely kind of step back and backhand it across the face, to redirecting its kind of bite against you. You're feeling the pressure though.
Oh. We got to do something here, guys.
You're up now.
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yep.
Okay. So, at the one that just came to attack me, I'm gonna attempt to swing at it with my my main hand, my long sword, as it were. Let's see, how do I get that to show up here? Oh, it's just not gonna let me click it.
Pop
Go
out
to
your...
go to the chat, yeah, and then
There we go. Okay.
attack first.
Attack. Normal.
Woohoo!
Here we go.
Looking
Here we
good.
go.
21.
Go.
Goodness.
21 hits. Roll damage with it now.
Alright. It is just regular damage. 8 damage.
Here we go.
8 damage. All right. As you kind of backhand this one, your other hand comes through with your main hand weapon and cuts into it deep.
Nice. And then, kind of as a follow-up, I'll use a bonus action for my offhand.
Oh. Go ahead.
Okay. $11.
11 does hit.
Epic. And then for this, I get to add my ability modifier, which is +4 from strength. Oh wait, is it already in there? Yeah, it is. 3 more damage.
3 more damage. All right. This one's looking rough. Like, as you see Apolaki just start swinging both hands and cutting this thing apart. You see him take one of its legs off, but it's still crawling. All right, Zeph, you're up.
I'm going to take a half a second and just do a quick look around me. Is there anything here that's not just like a barren wasteland?
Not. You can't see that well in the fog around you. You don't get. You're kind of on like a small hill rise, kind of like where a washout happened, and it's like a really. It'd be a difficult climb behind you.
Okay, there's no like light sources or anything like that near us.
There's a torch that came in with you guys that's currently on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna move to that torch and I'm gonna just start stomping on it to get that light turned off.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
I'll call that a bonus action just to stomp on it. That's not hard to do.
okay. I suppose next I'll do a firebolt on the one that's attacking whoever the God of War guy is here.
If you hold left,
Abalaki.
Yeah, Balaki. I will firebolt that one.
All right,
Wise
go
move,
ahead.
stomping the
Roll
fire
hit.
up.
23 to hit
That definitely fucking hits.
for 8 damage.
You watch as Apolaki, you cut into this thing, and as like you come out of your 2 swings, it goes and like grabs for your foot before its head's like incinerated off its body as a firebolt streaks between your legs.
I'll look back at
That
Zeph
will be
and
my
yell,
turn.
Good shot.
I'll just kind of notion my hand like, yeah, whatever, we're busy.
All right, that one is gone now. Next up, Yuma.
Hi, yeah, Pierre and Obaki look like they've got the centacles covered. I'm going to reposition myself so that I'm in the back of the party and away from this guy trying to flank us to the right, and then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on the guy flanking us to the right.
That one over there.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Is that a dex save for me?
Yes.
Okay, I will roll dex. Seven. I think that fails.
It does. That ghoul or husk takes 7 damage. Radiant damage.
7 damage. 8? No, 7. Okay.
7 radiant damage. Yuma's also gonna move just behind the party more. And that ends my turn.
Alrighty. After that, Cyrus, you're up.
Very well. Continuing to slice and dice, I guess, on this one. Try to hold the flank.
Okay, go ahead.
$11.
11 does hit.
Very good. And 6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
I'll kind of just yell back. I hope we're getting the range, getting the magic people involved here. I'm not turning back or anything. I'm locked into this.
Okay.
I wanted to say that.
You're currently dueling that one right there, and it's looking really rough. You cut off its other arm, and now it's just like it's biting at you as it's like sliding farther down the blade of your sword and like inches from your face.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna be in combat with it. I'm just focusing on it solely.
Okay. The one on your right flank from Pierre moves up to him, and it's going to take a swing at Pierre. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that hit.
With a 20, and it's going to roll damage now. Ow. It's going to be 6 damage.
Run.
Man, level 1 characters, bro. That's a lot of damage.
Hell yeah. Take that shit all day.
And I have dropped my Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
As I see Pierre get hit, and take note of the fact that there is 3 husks close to him, I'm gonna shout back towards the non-melee people in our group and say, we could use a little help over here.
I have started the slow process of freezing one to death.
Zeph will kind of yell back sarcastically, "We are helping!"
Worry about yourself.
All right. One farther out the fog is making a charge for your left flank. 10, 15, 20, 25. It's getting closer. Mossback, you're up.
Oh fuck, I'm going to do something probably risky.
You would take an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Oh no, you'd stay in combat space. You're good. Nope.
If I go here,
You would take an attack of opportunity if you go there.
if I go here, I don't.
Correct.
Fuck it, we ball.
As the wise turtle says.
Mossbeck will sprint over at a very totally fast pace.
Mossback rotates from the left flank over to the right flank near Pierre.
You're pretty
And
spry for an old man.
I'm in the prime of my youth, and I will snap, and as I snap, wave of thunder will shoot out of my hands.
Yo.
I'll cast Thunder Wave.
All right, is it just going to hit that one there?
It's a 15-foot cube, so I don't know if y'all can see when I do this, but I'm hoping for something like this.
Okay. Yep. You can aim it that way, and it is a Dex save.
Constitution save again.
Constitution. All right.
Oh, I can just place it when I cast the spell. I'm just going to do that again.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
There goes
Shadow
my
Foundry.
hero in a half shell.
First one fails.
Yes, come on, baby.
Second one. What's the
Oops,
save?
it's 13. Fails again. The other one fails.
All right, last one.
Come on.
Let's go.
Yes!
Everyone
Come on!
fails. Rob, what is damage?
2d8, come on. We take that. We take that.
All right,
11.
11 damage to all of them. Oof, oof, oof. You hear a huge thunderous wave clap out on the right flank as the turtle scurries over there, and a lot of them are almost blown away.
I will just say to the rest of the party, are we doing enough for you now?
You left me.
I intend to survive.
You left me on the left flank.
I have no support now, so
You
maybe,
have
I don't
the
know.
pink, scaly thing. You'll be fine. And a big fucking sword.
As this husk is still inches from his face as he's like slowly being scooted back. Alright, one farther out in the fog moves closer. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Pierre, you're up.
Very. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him.
I'm just going to hit him. Alright, which one you hitting?
I should have it targeted still, I think. Is that still...
You dropped it. You lost concentration. A natural 20.
Let's
Ooh, let's go. That's
Pierre.
20, baby.
Using the distraction of this force of thunder's energy that erupts from your right side. I'm assuming you're hitting that one?
Yes, I tried to ping it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. The one that you are currently engaged with that took the force of thunder is you kind of do a full 360 twirl and come down hard across like its entire torso. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, jeez.
Does a 13 kill?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
As you like spin around, you bisect this thing completely in half as it falls in two parts in front of you.
Ooh.
All right. Any other actions?
I don't believe so.
All right. This one will now move up and also take retaliatory against you. I believe that's going to hit with a 15.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 damage to you. Pierre's not looking too hot.
Shit.
This one will shoot down the middle. 5, 10, 15, 20. And is also going to join the swarm on Pierre. That's going to be...
Oh,
that's
no.
gonna hit.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
3 more damage.
Hold on, Pierre.
You still up?
No.
No? Okay, you watch as another one charges Pierre's blind side as he like follows through on the swing and like tackles him to the ground, is now ripping into his like body as he's like weakly fighting it off.
We are in need of assistance.
All right, back to the top of the turn order. Hey, guess what?
Wait.
No, there's more coming.
All right, and
We need to get out of this situation, guys.
Where are the other 3,200 people?
Yeah.
they're at the top. They're at the top of the little rise here behind you.
We
You
heard
hear
the sound of
sounds
fighting, correct?
Intense fighting up top. You get the feeling you might be off target. All right. Another one charges out of the fog and is nearing 5, 10, 15, 20.
How high is
30.
the rise to where everyone else is?
About 20 feet. It's like a washed out, muddy, like rocky slope.
So we could just climb up it and get back to where everyone else is?
You could. It'd be some rolls involved. Okay, Apalaki, you're up.
Zeph has a
Okay.
plan.
So hold on, let me. This one here, is this the one that attacked Pierre last?
It is currently on top of Pierre, ripping into him.
Okay. I'm gonna attack that one and then attempt to save him.
Okay.
Do I get any type of advantages because he's on the ground, though?
I don't think you get flanking with an unconscious party member.
Oh, true. Alright. Make my attack roll. A 14.
14 hits. Roll damage.
Alright, roll my damage. 3 damage.
3 damage, okay. Your blade bites into it as, like, you're frantically stabbing on top of your buddy here.
Okay, I'm gonna stab in with my short sword again. Take my another bonus action.
Alright.
Hold on, Pierre. I'll save you. 19.
19 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Alright, damage coming in. 5 more.
5 more damage. Alright. The whirlwind of blades is descending on this thing, but it does not seem to care. It's locked on its target.
Damn, these things are tough.
Alright. Zeph.
So the direction kind of behind our battle line here is where that climb is. Is that
Yep.
correct? Okay. I'm about 20, 25 feet away from that, correct?
Yes.
Mold earth.
Okay.
Make it easier to climb for us.
Okay. I will give you advantage on the climb now as your arcane friend turns around and you see, like, handholds, like, rise out of the ground, kind of, and get cut out of the stone.
And then Zeph is concerned with the situation, so he's going to mosey a little bit further back.
Okay.
Leisurely stroll.
Leisure stroll about 20 feet back. He did pick up the burnt-out torch that he stomped out, though.
Okay.
And,
you kind
that'll
of
end
backpedal and, like, crash into Yuma and, like, oh, sorry, as you, like, are retreating to the hill.
That'll be all.
Okay. Yuma.
If I wanted to drag Pierre back, what would I
You would
need
use
to,
cold
like...
movement to get to Pierre, and then half speed backwards, and people would get attack opportunities on Pierre as he left their space. Or no, it's forced movement. No, he would. One would get an attack of opportunity on you.
On me?
Yeah. One.
What
would.
if I went to this, like, here?
You'd be fine then.
So I'm gonna go...
Yuma kind of comes up on the right flank behind Pierre, just out of reach of the husk.
That's 20 feet of my movement. I'm then going to sort of grab onto Pierre's, like, armor, you know, his the back of his vest or whatever.
No one here has any armor.
The sort of strap.
The cloak. Yeah, you grab the hood of his cloak.
Grab onto him, and then I'm going to... was that an action or something to grab him?
No, I'll give it to you as a bonus.
Okay, cool. So then what I'm going to do is my cloak is going to sort of rip off the back of my body as my wings open up, and I'm going to pick up and fly away with Pierre.
Okay.
I'm gonna
How much
fly-
movement do you have left?
So that was 20 feet. So I've got 10 feet left, and then if I dash, I'll have another 20 feet of fly speed.
You get into the edge of the battlefield, we'll say. Yeah, you're right in front of Zeph, kind of, where he's backed up against the cliff.
So I'll be like here, and I'll be carrying Pierre with me, and I'll be like, how tall did you say this cliff was?
About 20 feet.
Can I go diagonally 20 feet forward, 20 feet up?
You'd be... Well, it's half because you're carrying, and then half
Yeah.
again because you're going diagonal.
So probably, let's just say I go 20 feet in a straight line, then I'll go up the next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
All right, now the husk that is still impaled on the blade of Cyrus is, like, going to try and bite his nose off.
Oh, shit, I forgot. He's disadvantaged.
Oh, yeah. All right.
There you go. There's me helping. My
7 to hit.
Yeah, that does not hit.
All right. You're still like you shove your fist into like its forehead and like are like dual handing keeping this thing back. Its breath reeks.
Disgusting.
Next up is you.
Well, I'm gonna try to counter, maybe parry that attack and go for it again and see if I can end this quarrel.
Okay, go ahead.
15.
15 hits. I wouldn't worry about damage here.
I'll roll it anyway.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
14 damage.
just throw away the good roll. Oh god. Oh, why?
Whatever.
Okay. You know that like opening fight of The Witcher where he like rips his sword backwards through a guy's head?
Oh yeah.
You kind of step into the husk and like through it, and you rip your sword back, and like its entire upper half just kind of like opens up.
I'm just gonna literally just turn away from it, and I'll kind of move then. Move to support the turtle.
Okay.
It's 20. I'll just I'll move just like that, and then like that, and then I'll just get right in the thick of it again.
All right. Husk next to Mossback is gonna try and launch itself at you.
At Mossback or Cyrus?
Mossback
Oh shit.
first. Oh, that's gonna hit with an 18. All right, let's see damage on Mossback now. Very lucky, 2 damage.
Yes.
That's quite a hard shell you've got there.
It's been through some shit,
He's my hero and a half. Shit.
but don't worry, I'm about that life.
Okay, the next one up. Over here, you see more charging out of the fog. 15, 20, 25, 30. That's like a whole fresh second wave is very closely nearing. 15, 20, 25, 30. Mossback, you're up.
I'm going to cast Frostbite at the one in front of me.
Okay.
So
con
Constitution saving throw. 13 is the DC. Yes.
All right, and it looks like it fails.
1d6 cold damage.
3 damage. And that is just enough to kill it, literally. So the one that took a swipe at you is now gone, as
Let's go.
some of the flank is clearing up.
And I'm going to use my movement and just pass by and say, good luck! Wait, how far can I go?
Thank you.
I'm gonna, just go all as far back. Time to go!
Alrighty, and one of the husks farther out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As the center flank is now, there is a flood coming. Pierre, you're up. Make a save here.
Oh no!
One failed death save.
Oh, no.
All right, we're down 1. Next
Yes,
up,
hour 1.
the husk near where Cyrus came in to reinforce the line is going to take a swing at you. With a 19 to hit. All right, let's see that damage on it. Oh, 6 damage onto Cyrus as this thing rounds on you.
Ow.
You see this thing's like latched onto your arm as you are like beating the fuck out of it with your fist trying to keep it back. All right. Now the one that is engaged with Apalaki in the middle, it's going to take a swing on you. That's also going to hit.
God, a dirty 20.
All right, let's see damage.
Oh, thank heavens.
3 damage on you. And one farther back in the line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alrighty. And we're back at top of the turn order. As you see 4 more emerge from the fog farther out.
We gotta go!
You guys went too far back?
Probably leave.
We need to keep moving, Cyrus.
God.
That's a lot of dice.
Alright. This one charging up center. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Apalaki, you're starting to get pretty fucking nervous in the center.
God, that's a fucking lot of them.
Alright, this one over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Cyrus, more are bearing down.
Gotta
Apalaki,
get out of
you're
here.
up.
Oh, brother.
Disengage is an action which uses up your action but lets you move out of combat threat of enemy characters. It's a very good action to take in overwhelming situations.
And then let them also just move into your range again and then attack you when you disengage.
Or you could totally just kill him and then go. I have total
That's what I'm
faith
saying.
that you'll kill him.
You think you got it in
What's
you?
I think he's got it.
How bad is this one looking right here?
He's about half. He looks bloodied.
Okay. He looks bloody.
All right, Apalaki, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm gonna fucking. I'm attempting to kill this one that took out Pierre. I'm gonna swing on him again with my long sword.
All right.
All right.
Ooh,
21?
I think that's gonna hit. Yep. All right.
Okay. Roll my damage. 8
Ooh.
damage.
8 damage. All right. First swing, 8 damage as you start carving this thing up here. Oh.
Haven't you had enough yet? I'll take my bonus action again to swing my short sword on him.
You got it. You got it. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
15?
15 hits. Yep.
Okay, come on. Die already. 4 damage.
Oh.
4 damage. He is barely hanging on.
Oh. Fuck no.
What's the call?
I'm gonna stay in combat range, but I'm gonna move Oh shit! Hold on. I'm gonna move over while I tell Cyrus that he has to keep moving backwards.
You're staying in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to keep
We should
moving.
probably go.
You should leave. You shouldn't stay.
Okay. Zeph.
Okay. I will cast Grease.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's big brain.
I'm
Big
gonna cast
brain.
Grease on those two there. Can you see that? The two closest to our friends.
Yep.
It's a DC 14 dex save, or they go prone
Okay.
for the two
Come
of
on,
them.
baby.
I
Come
will
on,
say
fail
you
that
guys have
save.
the same initiative order here. You and Apalaki. So, Apalaki, if he wants to cast this, you can use the rest of your movement if this works.
Okay.
Okay. You said it's a dex save?
It's a DC 14 dex save for both of them.
Okay. One closest to Apalaki first. It fails.
Let's go.
Huge.
Huge.
Second one next to Cyrus. Also
Huge!
fails. They both go prone.
Go.
Run!
Apalaki, you're now
With
free to
that-
disengage.
Cyrus, I think it's time for us to mark our exit. And I'm just gonna move up
I'll be
here.
right behind you. Just leave.
Okay. All right, Zeph. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Am I able to GTFO?
You can get halfway up the mountain.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You cast Grease and go, good luck, everybody, and start climbing.
I have done my part.
Okay. Now it's this one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yuma, you're up.
So carrying Pierre is half my movement, and I have a 20-foot
Yes.
fly speed, which means I can only go about 10 feet up. However,
You get halfway up.
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 10 feet up, and then halfway up this cliff face, just in the air, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Pierre.
Okay. This flying scaled figure, like you see some a ray of light kind of like shine out. And Pierre, you wake up. Let's see how much you heal. What's the total?
6. And so Pierre's going to receive 6 health, and Huma's going to go, motherfucker.
All right. You see the scaled figure kind of wince in pain as this happens. Pierre, you wake up and you're flying in the air 10 feet up a cliff face.
Pierre, in your head, not out loud, like in your head, you're going to hear, calm down, I'm just trying to save you.
That definitely does not add to the confusion.
My God, where's my fucking God?
Stop squirming, stop squirming.
Cyrus, you're up. You have one prone next to you. You are free to disengage from it if you wish.
Yes, I am going as far back as I am able.
Okay.
Here. This way.
Dash if you have to.
You see there's a build-up at the base of the cliff now.
The waiting
I'm just gonna. You know what?
line.
Where was that? Right there.
Before I forgot. Zeph, go ahead and make a athletics check. You have advantage because you used Mold Earth here. But we got to make sure we don't fall back down the hill. Natural 20. All right, yeah.
Let's go.
I will say Zeph's at the top of the hill. Yeah, I redact to them. You get the full.
Like right there. That's
Like
the
a
top
spider
of the hill?
monkey, this arcane skinny twig just scurries up the side in a
I think the top of the hill is off the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna dash, and I'm just gonna blitz through everyone. I don't care. I'm going right past people
Okay, you get to the base of the hill.
with my dash.
You can begin the climb. Go ahead and make an athletics.
Great. Athletics. Hey, I'm okay at this.
It's at advantage. Well,
You also, in a blind fit of panic, scurry up the entire cliff with another natural 20.
Don't worry about it.
I watched
Zeph,
two.
you look behind you, and you see the guy that was at your front line is now breathing heavily right by your side.
Let's go.
I look up in
All
amazement.
right.
I watch two people of very different builds perform the same exact feat. That was something.
15, 20, 25, 30. More punching up the center here. 5, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay. One does manage to get back in range of Apalaki as you're kind of falling back. One is going to kind of try and tackle you. Oh boy. $12 to hit.
That is.
All right. Damage coming out. 2 damage. All right. Mossback, you're up.
yes. I run. I'm out.
All right, you make it to the base of the cliff. Go ahead and make an athletics for me with advantage.
Oh, thank you for the advantage very much. Shift click, right? Nope, I guess not.
All right, what's the high?
16.
16. You get halfway up the cliff.
Take it. Just out of there.
All right. This one is gonna go. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. It's gonna go through the grease. 5, 10, 15, and it's going to make a dex save.
DC 14.
Natural 20.
Oh.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It also gets in range of poor Apalaki. Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Hits.
Oh,
Oh,
dear
shit.
God.
Oh, shit.
Well, here we go.
07.
4 damage. Apalaki's looking rough as he's now getting
Is he
swarmed
still
as
alive?
he's the tail end. Yeah.
Help!
Oh my god.
He's
need
getting
help.
swarmed on the tail end here. All right. Pierre, you're 10 feet in the air.
10 feet in the air.
You're being held.
How far away is the top of the hill?
You're 10 feet.
And then, like, we're 5 feet away from the edge of the cliff, so, like, 15 feet. If you just want to do something else, we will eventually arrive at the top of the cliff. That's where I'm going.
I think I'm just gonna scream.
Okay.
And bonus action,
Actions.
the Healy thing. Second wind.
Second wind. Okay, go ahead and roll that. We're going to keep going on my end. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one is going to use half its movement to get up. 5, 10. So wait, 15. It can't get in range of Apalaki.
Oh my
That
god!
grease really came in. All right. This one, half its movement to get up. 5,
Oh no.
10, 15. It does get in range.
Help! I am surrounded.
3 to pick up our Lucky next.
I'm about to come down there, bro. It's not good.
Don't make me come down there.
Don't touch me.
It misses. Appalachia, you're now like using both swords to parry like 2 different husks as you're like very quickly backpedaling away from these things.
This is not looking good.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And we are back at the top of the round. I won't bother clogging up the initiative, but you see more coming out of the fog.
Oh, Jesus.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see they're moving now to cut you off from the cliff.
Yay!
13, 20, 25. This one also gets in range. Oh, man.
If he moves, there's 4 attack opportunities. On
Out of here.
if you
Get
move.
away from me. Get away from me.
Weave.
Oh my god.
Natural 1.
Oh!
You see this one stumble as it goes near, and it widely misses its attack.
Weave.
Whew.
Jesus. Okay. Appalachia, you're up.
I disengage.
Action.
I disengage.
disengage?
I'm out of it. I disengage.
Yeah.
I'm
You make it to the
going.
bottom.
I'm
Go ahead and
climbing.
make an athletics.
Oh, athletics.
Ooh, this is gonna be close.
And I thought I was going to be the first up.
With advantage, correct?
Yep.
17, 21 total.
Okay. You make it 10 feet up.
Yeah.
Next up, Zeph.
Okay. Could I mold earth difficult terrain to kind of try and cut the enemies off from the party? Am I close enough that
You
I can
can
do that from the top?
You can take out the handholds beneath Appalachia if you want.
Oh boy, he hasn't started climbing yet.
He's 10 feet up.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna take those
You
off.
feel like he's still in range because these things are going to try and jump for him.
Okay, could I instead mold earth like a shelf underneath him to make it more difficult for them to try and grab him?
I will give them disadvantage on the attacks, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that, and then how about I see what I'm seeing up at the top?
Okay. Make a perception check.
13?
13. The area is heavily obscured by fog, but as you look behind you, you see an open like battleground erupting behind you. You see flashes of torchlight flickering all around, and you see some huge nightmare forms crossing the battlefield. One close to you, goes to turn towards your party before you see a team of 2 heavily armored seekers scaling its back and driving swords into it and bringing it to the ground.
Awesome, I'm ending my turn.
Okay.
What's going on up there? What do you see?
I will relay to everybody else what I just saw.
Yuma, you're up.
Yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is use the rest of my normal movement to fly to the top of the cliff. I'm gonna drop off Pierre at the top. What's the situation with the party looking like? Are they all 10 feet up the cliff at least?
Everyone is at the top of the cliff now, except for Appalachia, who is still 10 feet down the hill climbing. As
I believe I'm
is
halfway up.
Yeah.
So I used all of my movement to go to the top.
Wait, Mossback, you're only halfway as well?
Yeah, you said I was halfway.
Okay, you're both in range of these things jumping. There is a swarm beneath your feet now as you're very tensely climbing.
If
Let's
I
hope you don't fail.
used dash to get another 20 feet of movement after dropping off Pierre, could I go down 10 feet, grab one of them, and help drag them up?
Yeah, you gotta pick one.
I will pick the turtle, as I would imagine that he is less adept at athletic checks than a Blackie.
Okay. Mossback, as you're like face forward into this cliff, you feel something grab the top of your shell and yank you up over the edge.
Oh, great heavens!
Cyrus, you're up.
My ancestors have been doing this to your ancestors for generations.
My primal instinct, I just start to slowly revert into my shell.
My primal instinct of putting a rock to drop you on.
Like picking up a kitten.
After seeing that, I'll actually probably see if I can do the same for.
He's 10 feet. You can't reach him.
I can't reach him. Okay.
Yeah, Yuma can fly.
Okay, I see. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, I understand.
Yeah, there's a pink reptilian dragonborn with pink wings flying in front of you.
Well, I was gonna say I'd throw down a rope, but someone took that away from me, and that makes me sad. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just kind of look around then and play security on top and see if I can see any immediate threats or anything coming at us from the top.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
And that's I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. So that's about it.
You see the swarm moving closer. The first one goes and gets to the base of the cliff and is going to make a jump for Apalaki with a disadvantage.
Stay back.
And misses because of disadvantage. You feel one like grab the heel of your boot and you kick down at it and like break its nose.
Nice.
4 more attacks.
Filthy husk.
Mossback, you're up.
I'm going to do I still have somewhat visual of Apalaki and this one?
Yep.
I will then again, I guess, cast Frostbite.
Okay. On the one that just hit him? Or
Yeah,
tried to?
trying to hit him. Yeah.
All
13
right.
Constitution.
Succeeds.
Nothing then.
Now this one, you see another one come up and is going to make another try. This is fucking close. Also fails.
Let's go.
As it's like shattering rock around you as you're just like closing your eyes and climbing.
I assume you're one hit.
Yeah, I'm close enough.
Yeah. Alright, and Pierre, you're up.
Free action cry.
Okay.
No. Pierre's gonna get ready to defend Apalaki.
Okay. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Another one going for it.
Is your mod wall modification at the cliff face a concentration effect, Zeph?
Mold Earth is not concentration.
11 to hit, Apalaki.
My AC is 11.
That hits.
Oh no!
Am I within 5 feet of Apalaki?
He's close. It'd be a reach.
Brother.
Hits 5.
I am...
Do you think I'm close
out.
enough to do this?
What are
Is
we
that
doing? You watch as
Fighting style
Apalaki...
interception?
Read me interception.
When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage by a d10 plus your proficiency.
I'll allow it.
Oh,
my god.
You watch Apalaki as one grabs onto your leg, and you feel your fingers start to slip before.
Wait, why is that a 0?
I don't know.
just roll a d10.
It only needs to reduce it by 1, so obviously your proficiency will work anyways. Yeah.
That was a d20.
That was a
but
D20.
That was a d20.
There we go.
Well, there you go.
I'll take it.
you took no damage then. That's crazy.
You
I'll take
watch
it.
as it grabs your leg and you feel yourself start to slip before a boulder like sails over your head and smashes into this thing's face. Pierre just threw a rock at it.
Thank you.
Oh man. Oh jeez. One more.
How long does the
One
blood wall thing last?
The what?
The cliff face mud wall thing? The climbing holes?
He's got to get a turn.
Oh, he can turn it off? I don't know how the thing works.
Oh no, the mold earth. I think
Yeah.
it's permanent.
It's a 1 hour, I think.
Okay.
Oh.
Can you, like, dispel it or anything?
I can use it again as a cantrip.
Oh
That's
no!
Not again! I only have one reaction.
Oh,
That's fine. That should be fine,
No,
right?
that's just
That's
enough,
enough.
right?
Yeah.
That is the number.
another one grabs his leg.
Oh.
He goes unconscious. Cyrus, I'll give you the chance to try and grab him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you need?
Oh man. Let me think. What would be the most appropriate here? Make an athletics.
Okay.
Cyrus.
Let's go.
Dirty
30.
20.
Let's go.
Dirty 20. You lucky motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay. Cyrus, you drive your greatsword into the ground and reach out and like drop below the cliff face and grab him by like his cloak. And now you're hanging with him, but you kept him from falling.
I got him. Got him.
Someone
Let
might want to
him
pull him up.
go! No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Ba. Oh, Jesus.
Someone stop that man.
$15. Okay, it's gonna make that one gets a free attack. So instantly failed 2 death saves on Apalaki.
What about their athletics?
It's just eating his legs right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This one can't get near. Apalaki, roll.
What do I need to roll?
A D20, baby.
D20. How do I
Oh,
make
God.
a plane?
I can't. Oh God, I can't do anything. It's not my turn.
Where do I make a plain 20 roll?
If you go to your character sheet, there should be a little skull under your hit dice. Just drop that
roll
down.
a death saving throw.
And yeah, there you go.
Gotcha. Damn.
Oh my.
No.
Apalaki begins to bleed out as you pull him up the cliff here.
I can't lay on handsome.
You have lay on hands?
Yeah.
I mean, when you grabbed him, lay on hands is a free action.
Oh my god.
Or it's a bonus. It's a bonus. Sorry, it's a bonus. I treat all
Yeah.
I treat all healing as bonus here.
Oh, great. Oh, wonderful. Well, yeah. I mean, if you'll allow me, I was gonna lay on hands him.
If you fucking have it, yeah, I would highly recommend.
Yeah, I'll put. I'll put.
Ro is literally dying.
Yeah.
That's the third fail.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I use that lay on hands.
Okay.
All 5 of my points that I have.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what is it? What does it do? Hold on. Oh, wait. But that pool you can restore it.
Yeah, you have
Level
5.
times 5. So, yeah, 5 points.
Jeez. Okay.
Effort had to stand up.
What is this?
I was nervous, man.
Apalaki, you come to, I will say, due to the nature of this, you have suffered a grievous wound, and you are now half speed as your leg is like hobbled until you seek medical treatment from this.
My leg.
Okay. He was gonna die. Straight up, he was gonna fucking die right there.
Would have been great for the
Yeah.
show, you know?
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
I would have cried.
We're only 2 hours in, you know?
Yuma, you're up. They are
he's-
hanging
He's
from a greatsword.
Oh, he's hanging from the. Okay.
That was the only way he could reach him.
Put
How
me
far
down!
away am
Put
I?
me down!
How? Yeah, I already dropped you. I dropped you on last turn.
Okay.
How far away am I from Abaki?
About
Perilous
15.
his position may be. Okay, then I'm gonna fly specifically above him so that I'm not within melee range of any of these ghouls below us. I'm gonna fly above him, I'm gonna grab him, and that's so 15 feet, and then I'm gonna dash, which will give me 10 feet because carrying someone is 10 feet enough to get him on the top of the cliff.
Yeah, close enough.
That yeah, I use all of my fucking movement and dash, and I drag him up onto the top of the cliff.
You swoop down past the kind of cliff here and just yoink him up and throw him on top of the cliff. Apalaki, you kind of like tuck and roll as you hit the top, just screaming in pain. And you see the rest of the husks now like at the base just scrambling trying to get up, but they can't get a good like grip. You feel like you give them long enough though, they're going to get up.
Zeph will
We're
again.
now out of
roll
combat. We're still in a bad situation. So we're in like a semi-turn initiative here. So, what are you guys doing?
Ace check.
He's shit.
Greenish yellow, like my normal color.
I'm red. I'm
I'm
red.
He just yells, rolling on the floor, "Red!"
I'm yellow on medical supplies, but I'm green on health. I don't
We-
have
we
any AT.
should- We need to get the fuck out of here right
Oh.
now.
I'm black on medical supplies. That was it.
Okay, I will say if someone is using their action to support him, Apalaki can move at normal speed, but someone's going to have to
I'll
half carry.
I won't put him down. If he's like fucked up and can't move, I'll keep carrying him.
You would move at half speed then, so it'd be the same outcome. If someone
Well,
uses
then I'll
their action
land
to,
and
like,
I'll,
Bring him to me. Bring him to me.
I could land and just like put his arm over my shoulder, you know, and we could both walk normally. I assume.
yes, that'd be fine. You just can't fly with extended cargo.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll land.
Okay.
Zeph would like to do arcane recovery to regain a spell slot.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check or something to like what the fuck is on the top side of this cliff? What's in front of us?
Okay, roll a perception. Let's see if you can get a better bearing of what's going on here.
Yeah, that's a cliff arm.
You look around. It's
With a 10.
chaos up top here. You can't really see a lot through the fog. You're just seeing the flashes of torchlight and seekers like running past mere like 30 feet. It seems people kept away from the immediate cliff, but there's open fighting about 30 feet in front of you as people are engaged all around. It's an open battlefield.
Are we on? I assume there's something resembling a front line.
There is not right
Or
now.
like a blurred, vague front line? Like, are we on the side of the ghouls, or the husks, or are we on the side of the people?
There's a short break, and then it's just an absolute mosh pit. You can't make out a front line with just a 10. Anyone else?
We should look for healers.
I'm going to waddle over to. I'll look. It does Apalaki look the weakest? Like he looks the most hurt.
Yeah.
I will walk over to Apalaki and just say, "Stay calm," and I'm going to bend over and put my hand on the wounded leg and also cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
It hurts, Turtle.
Don't worry, sweet child. You have many more years in you. 7 points of healing.
Okay. 7 points of healing. As you kind of like reach over and you see kind of ash gray vines like help bind and like make a splint out of your leg.
Oh,
it's helping, but
that's
you're still
nice.
crippled.
I'm gonna walk over to him real quick, and I'll just say, "I hope my blessing will prove resourceful," and I'll start trying to assess the field again.
Okay, make another perception here. Okay. You kind of do a quick scan of the battlefield. A little farther off, like through a quarter cut of the battle, you see like trees kind of in the distance. You can make that out through the fog. As you're kind of looking, you see form like blur through part of the front line, and then take a stance, and a huge longsword swing erupts, and you see a cascading wave of flame open up a portion of the battlefield. Standing in the middle of it, you see the figure in the gray cloak. Cleared out probably like 10 husks at once. You guys kind of make eye contact, and she like starts shouting for you.
We must go there quickly.
No, we must. She's towards the battle. We need to go.
No,
My
we
leg.
must stay together with them.
What you think, South?
Wherever we're going, somebody's gonna need to help me get there.
Okay, how this is going to work. You guys are moving through an open battlefield space, but you're not looking for a fight. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll perceptions for everybody at each stage here. If you fail your perception, you get caught up in a fight, and you will take a blow.
Oh God.
Okay, so everybody roll perceptions and hang on to it.
I'm good at this one.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
You can.
Okay, that's not bad.
Natural 20.
Oh my God,
16.
look at all the rolls.
I did it. I think.
Everyone roll?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
did
except for
anyone
you,
get below a
Mikey,
10?
Actually.
No,
No.
actually.
Nope. Nothing below 10.
Okay. You all kind of form up in like a group blob, and you start pushing through the battlefield. You're pushing other seekers out of your way, and like shoulder checking husks as they're like devouring bodies on the field already. As you're just kind of like blitzing through the middle of this madness.
Mossback's
As
just
we
holding.
go,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Okay, I was just gonna say as we go, could I maybe like try to look at the ground and see if there's anything I can like quickly pick up as we're moving,
You loot
like
goblins.
scavenge.
Meh.
Goblins?
Loot goblins. Let's see here. I would say,
I'll just be.
yeah. What was your perception?
It was a 15.
Okay. There is a backpack on one of the seekers that you see that is not openly getting devoured by a husk right now. It is pinned to the ground. Make a dexterity check to see if you can kind of swing it off his shoulder as you run past.
Dex check.
Well, I see.
14.
14, good enough. You get one strap free, the other catches, and you cut it with your sword as you run past. So you have a half-broken backpack. You don't know what's in it. You just kind of sling it over your shoulder.
As I see
Cool.
Cyrus
keep
do
running.
that, I'd like to try and do the same, and try and make an attempt at that.
Okay. Go ahead, and what was your perception?
16.
16. I will say there is a seeker that has been like half devoured, like it's just an upper torso, and you do see some pieces of armor still strapped to his like upper torso. Go ahead and make a dex check to see if you can like sling it off.
Dexterity. Let's see. Dirty 20?
Okay. As you run past, you manage to like grab the shoulder pieces of this leather armor set that is half broken and just slide it over the top of the torso.
Sorry, pal, but you're not gonna need this.
You kind of like slap it over your head. If you want to add leather armor, you can. Go ahead and take away 1 AC from it though, as it is half broken. You just have the upper like shoulder portions of the armor.
Gotcha.
All right. You guys are nearing where this like center portion is being held by this figure in a gray cloak now, as she is like blitzing around the battlefield, making a space, as like other seekers are now falling back to where she's making room. Go ahead and make another perception check, all of you, as you try and navigate.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Yes, Yuma. Yes.
What do you mean, yes?
Oh no.
I didn't.
Okay.
That's not good.
I did not.
Anyone below a 10?
Yes.
Good. If you rolled below a 10, you're going to take a passing swing from a husk. You take 2 damage as like a husk blitzes out of like a melee and just like rips a piece out of your arm as it like flies past you, but you just keep running. Another seeker brings it to the ground as they are also there's like a whole mob of you now running through the battlefield.
Not looking good.
Did you say I took damage or?
No, it was just
Okay.
it was just Cyrus that failed that one. As you
I
guys
rolled an
kind of
8.
break through, what'd you say?
I rolled an 8.
Oh yes, you will also take it then.
Can I use? Okay, now how much damage is it?
It's going to be 6 damage.
I'm gonna use this and favored by the gods, and add 2d4 to my roll.
Okay. I believe you're probably going to
It's not
succeed then.
possible, even if they were both
Yeah.
ones.
All right, you do not take the damage then. Yeah. As another husk kind of comes flying out of the melee around you, as if guided by something else, your body like twitches out of the way in a blind spot, and it flies over your back.
Nice.
With this, you guys kind of break out of the immediate melee and into this kind of protected circle, as like other seekers are now streaming in and forming like a battle line around you. You see the figure in gray kind of like shouting now and pointing. Get to the woods! Fall back to the woods. Once we hit the wood line, break out. Separate groups. Move separately. Keep light extinguished. And everyone kind of like starts pulling back towards the wood line.
Time to go. Let's go.
Yes, I
As
believe
like
we
a
should
more
follow.
congested blob, you're now like pushing back, but there's still husk like streaming through. You watch one towering one break through one of the center lines and crush 5 seekers beneath its foot. Make a dexterity saving throw, all of you.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
This is not good.
Oh, thank the maker.
Yippee!
Ah.
Is anyone below a 13?
Yeah, Yuma.
Zeph is as well.
All right. Where are my dice? You both take 4 damage as this like shockwave of earth and rubble erupts out of where this thing like stepped, and you're all kind of thrown backwards a little bit and hit with like shrapnel of the rock, even though it was like 10 feet away from you. You kind of like shake your head and pick yourself up off the ground, like bleeding from multiple cuts as you keep running.
Zeph will let out kind of like an agonal cry, like a ah!
All right.
Is there anything to grab while we're going? Any bags? Anything?
Perceptions from those that want to try and risk it.
Yes.
Here.
What's our lighting situation?
Oh shit.
There's torchlight by other seekers around you right now, but you see like they're in the process of actively extinguishing it. So right now you have light, but it's about to get dark as fuck real fast. All right. Did anyone get above a 12? Light's starting to dim.
Zeph got a 12.
Zeph, you see a seeker near you. It looks like part of his lower like portion is still present, and like between his legs is a short sword. Do you want to try and risk it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dex check here. This one's easier. It's just a sword, but you're trying to like find where the pommel is without cutting your hand.
Dex check 12.
You pick it up.
Very good.
All right. And this is going to be the final mad blitz to the wood line here, as the line of seekers is now like starting to fall back apart as groups are splitting up separately and just like streaking into the wood line. You already lost sight of the figure in gray. Make a perception check with disadvantage as the light is extinguishing around you.
With disadvantage. Oh!
Oh fuck. My best fucking skill.
I rolled 2 15s.
My best skill, and I rolled the 2 2s. God.
All right. Oh boy. All of you that rolled below a 10, you lucky fuckers, only take 2 damage.
Bless
As now it's just like people are slamming into each other, and like even the husks are having like possible issues getting like reach and like reaching through to like bite and slash at people. It's become just absolute chaos at this point.
As Zeph kind of like initially gets scratched, you start to hear a scream, and then the scream goes away as he falls to the ground.
Everybody make another perception check at disadvantage to see if you can find
What just
where
happened?
your arcane friend fell.
Where'd he
before
go?
he gets
Disadvantage,
trampled.
you said?
Yes.
18.
No. Nope.
Gosh! Oh fuck! Oh wait, no, I forgot it's a disadvantage.
All right. Pierre, as you see your arcane friend fall, you momentarily lose sight of him before a splash of color erupts through a couple of feet, and you dart your hand through unnaturally fast and snag the arm of your fallen companion. Pierre is now actively supporting and carrying Zeph. All right. You guys reach the edge of the wood line, and it is like almost pitch black now as you start stumbling over like the beginnings of roots and between trees as you see like other forms flicker into the woods around you as other people are just ditching and running. You run forward blindly, and you very quickly encounter a sudden drop as you start tumbling down the side of a hill, crashing into trees and other roots as you go. Make an acrobatics check.
If as we stumble into down the hill, if I go into my shell, does that make it better?
No.
Gives me +4 to my AC.
Can I?
Pierre, you're rolling with a disadvantage because you are currently trying to carry Zeph as you roll.
You said it was acrobatics, right? Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can Yuma start flying and skip the acrobatics check?
No, because there's also just trees here. You're gonna crash into
19.
something.
Like hover over like it'll gracefully fall down the drop.
I'll give you advantage. I'll give you advantage on it as you kind of like minimize your footwork here.
Would Pierre be able to turn it into a con save and like just hit whatever branches instead of Zap?
Do you just want to like tuck him into your chest and roll?
Yeah.
I'll give you a con save. You will take half damage if you succeed. Okay. Okay, everyone that rolled below a 10 is taking damage. Pierre, what'd you get? 15? You take half of this.
Oh God. Yeah.
7 damage as all of you are crashing through the underbrush and through the roots as you fall. About a
Mossback is knocked out.
About a solid 1/8 mile down this huge sloping hill.
Turtle.
Cyrus is out.
Round it up or down?
Go and run down.
You're still up.
If you save, it's half.
All right.
Is it if you save you don't take damage, or is it save you take half?
If you save, you take no damage. He just buckled in with the con save to take half.
Right.
We need to get Cyrus and Moss back up.
Yeah, I'm good at medicine checks,
Who's up?
guys.
Who is currently up in the party?
Amani is up.
Yeah.
Or Apolaki is up, I mean.
First off, everybody that is down, go ahead and roll a death saving throw.
I've never rolled one of these before.
Oh shit!
There's a reason for that, Mr. Matt 1.
Oh
Isn't
no!
that like double fail?
That's two. Yeah, that's 2 fails.
2 fails.
Okay, who
I
failed?
took the hit for you and everything.
Zeph got a nat 1.
Oh
Zeph.
no!
Thankfully, you fell in Pierre's arms. You know where he is, Pierre. The others, you don't know. You are all spread out in the dark and the mist here. Those of you that are up, make a perception check to see if you can find your fallen companions. You all got split in a tumble down.
Jesus.
Everybody that's awake right now, roll perception. And give me a sound off who's all down outside of Zeph.
Mossback.
Mossback's down. Anyone else? Okay.
Cyrus is as well.
Cyrus is down?
Yeah.
Okay. Yuma, you manage to find Mossback. You're still looking for Cyrus.
Can I do? I don't know what it would be, like a medicine check or something.
Yeah, try and make a medicine check if you want to try and stabilize.
$16.
16. You succeed. You kind of find where, like, he cracked his head really bad, and you put, like, you, like, tear off a portion of your cloak and put a compress on it. He is no longer bleeding out. He is stabilized.
Was that on?
You.
That was you.
Oh. Sick.
Okay.
So I'm at 1 hit point then, but unconscious.
Yep. Cyrus, make another death save.
We still don't know where Cyrus is, right? Or did we find him?
Cyrus succeeds.
Okay.
No, he is still lost in the dark.
Okay.
He is unconscious.
While we're rooting around trying to find him, is there... Oh, there's not really a good way to make light.
While that happens, you can go and take another perception round. Everybody that's awake to try and find Cyrus now. Pierre, are you doing anything with the bleeding out Zeph in your arms?
Yeah, could I try and stabilize him?
Yep, go for it.
Please, I'm your medic.
I'm so sorry, it's an 11.
It's a what?
11.
11? Good enough.
21 on the perception check.
Where Cyrus, or not Cyrus, Zeph had been like an open gash, very close to probably a very important artery in his leg. You also tear off a piece of your cloak and just stuff it in the wound. Alright, what was the highest perception check here?
Yuma with 21.
21. Yuma, you keep looking around and you manage to find Cyrus, like, almost hanging from a branch where he had impacted a little farther up the hill.
I'm gonna fly up to him and get him down from the branch, and then
Okay.
And second, same burst, same as the first medicine check, attempt to stabilize it.
Okay. Cyrus currently has, with 2 failed death saves, a broken arm where he impacted the branch, and you managed to like make a small splint and stabilize him.
Oh, I just manage it? It's not a medicine roll?
No, I thought you already did it.
Nah. I got a
Well,
10.
10 was the DC for the medicine check to
Okay,
stabilize.
good.
So good job.
So I got
You all kind of like pull your party together at the base of this hill as you hear sounds of fighting still an 8th mile back farther up, and just sounds of people ripping through the underbrush farther out. But eventually the sound fades and silence kind of overtakes the area. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break here as the DM will be right back. Welcome to the game, guys.
Oh man,
Welcome to the game, only like 5 down.
Man,
near deaths off the rip.
man.
Oh my god.
This stereotypical Shatter DM at play here.
Apalaki was unconscious at one point. Zeph is definitely unconscious. Mossbrook's definitely unconscious. Cyrus is unconscious. Pierre was unconscious. I'm the only person.
I don't even know y'all's names yet.
Yeah, that's like I'm like, dude, I don't know any of you. What's going on?
Oh,
This has been a terrible experience, rating it 1 out of 10 on the vacation rating website.
who is in contact with who?
Advisor.
True. Who is in contact with who right now? We're like, some of us are lost, right?
So I've got Yuma has Mossbrook and Cyrus, both of them unconscious, somewhere up the hill. I don't know where the fuck the rest of the party are, but
DM is back. He has been listening. You guys are near enough each other. Within about 5 minutes, you manage to collect your party. Are there enough people to carry all the down people right now?
Yuma is not strong enough to carry 2 people, so I can carry 1.
I also weigh quite a bit.
If you manage to evade any hostile forms, you get the feeling your party members will wake up in about an hour. How you do that is up to the surviving party members right now. I believe, Pierre, you're also up, aren't you?
I've returned. Yeah, I am up.
Okay, I think it is just you and Yuma that are kicking right now.
There's a
I'm up as well.
Apalaki.
Yeah, Apalachi's
Apalachi's up. Okay,
But he can't really help anybody because he's crippled.
I still got that wound.
How do you guys want to try and disguise your party or hide it?
We could try staying close to this hill and wait for the others to wake up.
Cover the unconscious with my cloak.
Okay. Go ahead and each of you make a stealth check as you kind of like grab your fallen party members and you're like stuffing them in between roots and covering them in cloaks and just kind of, in a weird sense, like pulling them close to you and holding them with like cloaks over top of you as you're just like trying to fade into the underbrush here. All right. Need one from Yuma as well. Pretty solid. You guys feel like you've done a pretty good job as you pick like one of the bigger trees around the area, and each of you kind of like take a little space in the well of the roots. You draw your cloaks over your party members and kind of settle in for the next hour. And that is where we will end the game tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
he did not lie when he said I like to shit on my players in the beginning. He wasn't kidding about that one.
Nope, was not.
We are level 1 with no armor.
Level 1. Level 1.
I would
You
like
guys
to
can take
add.
level 2 off of this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and somebody has armor. Somebody has half a set of armor.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I would like to add that half set of damaged armor does not increase my AC at all.
You might want
Hey,
to
you're-
pass it off.
Hey, dude, just have a shell, dude. I have a natural armor class of 17.
Well, give me yours.
Oh, I can't do that.
Does this work
Or
like
take
World of
off.
Warcraft? So you ding and get all the health back?
No. You're all still beyond fucked up.
Tough.
Well, yeah, I
Uh,
guess.
I believe Apalaki has a leg wound that halves the speed, and Cyrus has a broken arm that has disadvantage on future attacks until you both seek medical treatment.
I guess with that, thank you guys all for listening in to Starbound Legion and enjoying our very decent game of us getting murdered and slaughtered. I enjoyed it. I think everyone else had a good time. I hope I don't die. I hope the rest of us don't die. Although for the content, though, kind of funny, Lamau. But
For
anyways,
the content.
tune in next week, and we'll see another episode. Ciao.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
Yippee!